It'll take a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds really to come up. But Bryony, can you just share with me on the chat that you can see my screen now? Okay, let's just. Can you see it now? Brilliant. Okay. Okay, guys. Good evening and welcome to tonight's webinar. So, this is all about New Year, and perhaps you might have some New Year's resolutions. You may have started some of your weight loss New Year's resolutions, but what I want to do today is kind of help you get started with any that you might have around weight loss and really getting in the best shape you've ever been. So, just a little bit of background about me. Some of you online now may not have met me or heard about me. But basically, I've been in the industry now over 19 years. I have been personal training for actually over 12 years now, and I've had a studio for 7 years. I've recently just opened a results-based studio in the centre of Harrogate, which is kind of more geared towards group programming and results-driven programming, and we kind of changed the whole way of doing things and come away from personal training because we found that we're getting much better results like that. My background really is from athletics conditioning. I've worked with a lot of semi-pro and pro athletes and clubs, and kind of worked my way up from doing the training with these guys to then kind of working in and amongst some of the best nutritionists and fit pros and well-being coaches around the world. Because what I was finding is that I've been personal training for a very long time. Sometimes we weren't getting the results that perhaps we'd want, and it was frustrating for my clients, but frustrating for me as well, because I just want to get my clients the best results I can possibly give them. And so what we've done over the last about 12 to 18 months really is implemented some of the things that some of the best nutritionists are doing from all around the world, and we've come up with some of the brilliant formulas that I'm going to share with you tonight, which I'm sure you're gonna love. Okay, so basically, what we need to do whenever we're thinking about losing weight or getting in shape is we need to think about things from the inside out. Okay, if we can change what's going on inside us, then we will have a massive impact on how we look on the outside. So what we are basically as a human body, right? We are just 50 trillion cells. In simple terms, that's what we are. And so therefore, your overall health is a direct reflection on the health of your cells. And what I found and what other nutritionists and sports professionals have found out is that if we can look at improve the cellular health, then that has a direct impact on our tissues, which has a direct impact on our organs, which then creates a really healthy body. So what we need to do is we need to drive all our nutrition, all our focus on improving the cellular health first and foremost, and that will improve the health of our body. And the reason that I do things through improving people's health is because a healthy body cannot be a fat body. Okay, you may have seen lots and lots of people go to the gym in a essence to lose weight, and they'll go straight to that treadmill and pound away on the treadmill, and they might not lose too much weight, but they'll get themselves fit. You can definitely be fit and fat, okay, but you cannot be healthy and fat. So if we drive the health, then the fat will just disperse. Does that kind of make sense? I don't want to elaborate too much on that because we've got quite a lot to go through, but hopefully that makes sense to you, that basically I just look at cellular health and the health of the body as first and foremost to how I do all my programming. So if we're looking at health, what we need to do is we need to kind of understand that our body is kind of bombarded every day with toxins and impurities, and it's not just the food that we eat. The environment basically has changed significantly over the years. So we've got toxins in the pesticides, fungicides, and herbicides for sure, from the foods and the farming, intensive farming. We've also got pollutants all around us, air pollution. We've got toxins in our chemicals that we use at home, our cleaning products, our hair products, our makeup. Everything has toxins and impurities in. And what our body does in order to protect our nervous system is it sort of clings onto those toxins in the cell membranes of our fat cells. And so in order to release the toxins, we're going to need to, in order to lose fat, we're going to need to release the toxins in those fat stores. So one of the reasons that we opt for cleansing rather than dieting is because dieting doesn't look at the toxin overload or the toxin burdens at all. What you'll do is you'll either calorie restrict or basically calorie restrict is what most diets will be around, and you will lose weight initially for sure. Absolutely, you will. Whether it's Weight Watchers, Slimming World, Lighter Life, whatever you choose, you will lose weight in the short term. But I don't know if many of you guys listening tonight have been on a diet in the past, but what often happens, and I'm sure this will kind of relate to you guys, is that you can lose weight initially, but you will put the weight back on that you've lost. And one of the reasons for that is because you'll go back to the way you were eating before the diet. The other reason is because we get a rebound effect from the impurities and toxins. So if you kind of look at this top diagram here, this is our body, which has quite a few impurities and a little bit overweight. We go on a diet, a calorie restricted diet, which will for sure lose weight, but it doesn't supply the body with the kind of nutrients that we need to, and it doesn't deal with the toxin overload. And so what happens is you have a higher concentration of toxins. This higher concentration of toxins then causes the body to go into emergency fat production, because the toxins need to be stored in the fat membrane of the cells, and therefore you get a rebound effect. Okay, does that make sense? If you have any questions at this point, or if that isn't clear, can you just type in the box now? But hopefully that will be pretty clear to you, and should ring true with a couple of you maybe. Okay, now the difference between dieting and cleansing then is that you will lose weight. Okay, so you'll go on a nutrition that's going to support the health of your body. It's going to help you lose weight, giving the body sufficient nutrients that it needs. It will detoxify, so you'll have less impurities, and therefore maintenance is easy because you'll get no rebound because you've got less weight and toxins are less visible as well. So this is the way we do it. We always start any kind of health kick or weight loss kick with a cleanse rather than going straight into a so-called diet. And the word diet, it's often seen as a short-term thing, and although I'm talking about losing 8 to 10 pounds in 21 days, we're going to do it in a way that you'll lose that weight, but it will stay off and you'll sustain it, and you can then do, and we're talking about long-term because we've done it through health and not at the expense of health and well-being and metabolism, which is what diets do. Okay, so in order to do a cleanse, there are certain products that I recommend in order to do a cleanse, and these just support the body a little bit. So you have a healthy starter pack which includes kind of 5 capsules, and that just supports your liver and your digestive tract. And really it's just a 10-day cleanse. Your liver needs 10 days to purify, if you like, and get rid of all the toxins. The liver is the one that that is your brain center, if you like, of your whole kind of toxic overload. So if you can get that nice and clean and functioning optimally, then your body will function optimally and everything will just fall into place. So that's just 10 days that we do that. It's just complements and help. It's a very, very gentle cleanse. It's a great way of getting rid of those toxins. We support the we support the cleanse process with a product called liquid chlorophyll, which literally it just cleanses the blood, and it gives you more oxygen, so it gives you more energy. It's a great body cleanser. So together it's a fabulous little product. And then after the 10 days we go on to a Bifidobacillus or a probiotic, which just has friendly bacteria to help the gut, because what we need is we need to get the digestive system working optimally so that we can absorb assimilate all the nutrients that we need out of our foods, and so our body uses them, and so we just have the best health possible. Okay, so that's basically our little cleanse protocol, which is only 10 days long. We do it at the start of all our weight loss programs with all our clients at the studio. I have been doing that now for, like I say, about 18 months, and the results we get are phenomenal. Not just in shedding 5 to 7 pounds over the 10 days, but just it's only fat that you lose, so your body's keeping hold of its lean tissue, so you're keeping your shape. You're not losing weight and looking gaunt and looking grey. You're looking healthy. You'll have clearer skin. You have a greater complexion. You'll look fantastic. So I've just got a question here. This is in addition to a healthy eating program machine rather than a fast. Yes. Yeah, fasting we wouldn't do till much later on in any sort of program. We do intermittent fasting, carb cycling, all those kind of nutrition manipulations. But the first and foremost thing you do with anybody is to kind of cleanse the system, because you want to wipe the slate clean and then work on any areas that might be causing a little bit of ill health or slowing the metabolism down. So, for instance, some people might have digestive dysfunction, so you will do a cleanse, work on the digestive health. Once you've got everything going, then you might look towards doing, more advanced stuff like carb cycling and intermittent fasting later on. What we do is it's a very, very good healthy eating program, which we're going to go into now in more detail. But thanks for your question, Barney, that's great. Okay, so basically what we have then, we're looking at health. So many health issues are the result of two very interconnected problems. One is toxic overload, which we've touched on very, very briefly, and I do appreciate that I am going to have to fly through this a little because I want to give you as much information as possible so you can go away and absolutely kill it. Okay, so toxic overload and all the reasons why, we've kind of covered very, very briefly, but that's one reason, and the other is nutrition deficiency. Okay, the food we eat is not giving our bodies the kind of nutrients that it needs to be in optimal health and optimal function, and that's what we need in order to be, have our bodies looking at the very best they can possibly be. So in order to work on the nutritional deficiency, what we do is we avoid the fat storage triggers while we're going through this kind of cleanse program. Okay, so there are a few foods and drinks and things that we'll need to remove from our diet. These include wheat and gluten. Okay, because wheat and gluten causes a lot of bloating, a lot of discomfort, and often we don't actually know that it's causing this problem until we eradicate it from our diet. Once we erase it from our diet, and suddenly we add it back in, we get a massive reaction to it. Gluten, if you can remember making paper mache, this is the best way that I remember it, but if you remember making paper mache as a child at school, you used to get some paper and then you make a paste, and the paste was kind of flour and water that you would just mix together, whack it around the paper, and it would form a really solid structure. Often a volcano. Most boys, myself included, would be making volcanoes, and it would be rock hard. And effectively, that's what gluten is. Gluten is flour and water. So it's doing the same as that to your insides. It will bind your insides together. You're not going to assimilate your food correctly. You're not going to get all the nutrients that, even if you're eating healthy, you're not going to assimilate the food properly. So you're not going to get maximum benefit if your digestive system is kind of not working optimally. The other thing we need to reduce is caffeine, because we want to, we want to kind of get your natural triggers, your natural energy triggers going, rather than using stimulants at this time. Now this is just why you do the cleanse. We often keep these out for kind of 14 days while you do the cleanse, but if you want amazing results, like what we're doing with guys starting next week, is we're actually going to do a 21-day program where you'll eliminate this for 21 days to get phenomenal results. Red meat is really difficult to digest. Dairy, okay, it's I've got a great post on my website about dairy, which you might want to take a look at. That's elevateme.co.uk, and basically, we're talking about cow's milk and cheese and things like that. You want to replace them with foods that are actually going to provide your body with nutrients rather than strip your body. Cow's milk will actually strip your bone of calcium. It won't supply with calcium, which is what a lot of people think it will do. It actually doesn't, because of the processing involved. Okay. Alcohol is obviously a toxin, and any weight loss program, because they're empty nutrients, will need to eradicate alcohol for at least some part of the duration. Even if you just took out alcohol and wheat and left everything else in, your results would be amazing. But to do them all together will just be phenomenal. Obviously, we want no processed foods, because we're trying to boost the system with whole foods. You want no low-fat products, because low-fat products are normally stripped of any nutrient value and also have sugar in to try and give it some flavour. And of course, we want to reduce sugar, as the last one states there, because that just causes an imbalance in our blood sugars, which causes lulls in energy and causes us to perhaps choose incorrect foods such as carbs and sugars and things like that to try and get us that mid-afternoon lull that we often have at work, try and get us back on fire. So what we want to do is we want to balance your blood sugars. We want to supply you with really healthy nutrients to give your body loads of energy, boost your metabolism, and just help the whole cleansing process to burn loads and loads of fat. Okay. Any questions over that list there at all, or are we okay to move on? Okay, rye bread's a great alternative to bread, but rye bread does have gluten in. You can get gluten-free rye bread, which is good. And what I would suggest you do is that you get rid of all gluten, so don't even have rye bread while you're doing a cleanse protocol. So for 10 days while you're giving the liver a cleanse. Then after the 10 days, you want to bring things like rye bread or spelt flour, things like that, back into the program. The same with, yes, goat's cheese is much better than cow's milk products. So you would want oat milk, coconut milk, almond milk, and perhaps goat's cheese or halloumi cheese. They're fantastic, and again, I would leave that till after the 10 days, just because you want to try and benefit as much as possible from boosting your weight loss in that early stage. Okay, great. So just to summarize then, so this is the cell membrane, okay, and all the poisons, chemicals, toxins are all in this cell here. Now, in order to improve the health of our bodies, what we need to do is improve the health of our cells and get rid of these toxins. So we generally do a cleanse protocol, which I've suggested here, and then we kind of get rid of all these fat storing products, and then add in some products that are going to boost the health of our system. So boost the health of the cells, which will improve the health of the system. So things like upping your good fats, like olive oil, putting olive oil cold on salads and vegetables, but only cooking in coconut oil is a great way of boosting the health and boosting metabolism. Add in green teas, into your diet rather than coffee or black tea, because only 4 cups will boost your metabolism by 4% of green tea. So green tea is phenomenal, as well as antioxidant qualities as well. You want to obviously add more fruits and vegetables into your diet, but I would stay away from kind of sugary, high fructose fruits, like bananas and grapes and things. And vegetables, aim for as many green veg as you can. So we're talking kale, spinach, watercress, cabbage, all other sorts of cabbage, sprouts. All those kind of really good green veg will be phenomenal for helping weight loss, especially if you're storing fat around your, if you're female, around your bums and thighs, and guys, if you're carrying weight across your chest. Eating lots and lots of green veg, and I would advise you to eat, if that is you, advise you to eat green veg with at least 3 meals a day. What you'll find is that you will can actually spot reduce a little bit because they're anti-estrogenic. Alright, so that's a good tip for you. The other thing you need to do is you need to try and get as many alkaline foods to create an alkaline body rather than an acidic body. This will boost your health. I haven't got time to go into all of that tonight, but that will be for another one when I talk about cellular fluids and balancing blood sugars, which will be a really good one. So keep your ears and eyes peeled for that one, where we'll talk a little bit more about balancing your sugars and choosing the correct foods to cause an alkaline environment, which is a healthy environment. Okay. So with all of our programs, we always deliver the very best support material. Now that's with our online programs or if you work with us at the studio. You get absolutely everything you need. Not only do you get recipe books, shopping list recipe books, you get all diet myths revealed, so you've always got it there. We have 24-hour email support. We have a VIP membership site. We post videos, so you've always got kind of support you need to take you through any of our programs at all. That's if you wanted to take this further from tonight and work with us a little bit. If you quite happy learning from what we give you tonight, that's absolutely fine, but you can purchase these books as well if you wanted to, or you can just follow us on Facebook or Twitter, where we post a lot of stuff up there, and try and give you as much information as we can. We just want to help people improve their health and get people in the best shape they possibly can, and we've got lots of ways we do that. And this is, as I say, we offer it with lots of books, either hard copies or e-books. We also, inside the books we give you full shopping lists. So you literally just go to the shop with this manual. You've got your shopping list there. Give you day-to-day plans of what you're eating, breakfast, morning, lunch, afternoon, with recipes all there for you. So it's kind of like a plug and play system. Everything we do is kind of plug and play, and we make it as easy as possible for you to continue on that weight loss journey. Vegetarian plans, we do have vegetarian options as well, for sure. That's we can help you in any way that you need to. So often we give you plans, and then if there's any special requirements that we need to make, we will just give you alternatives for that. The next thing after you've done a cleanse is to start looking at some more hormonal protocols and start trying to lose fat from specific areas. Now there's a lot of trainers out there that will say you can't spot reduce, and I will say you can, not through exercise for sure, but definitely through nutrition. So we have specific protocols for anywhere that you're storing fat as well. So all that support material is always there, and we're always developing new plans and keeping up with the up-to-date methods. So that's kind of got your nutrition covered. But when we're talking about losing weight and getting into optimal shape and being as healthy as we can, obviously we're going to need to get our bodies moving, and there's certain ways to get your body moving in order to lose weight very, very quickly. Okay, So this is kind of my hierarchy to fat loss, right? Mindset is by far and away the most important thing. So we have everything we do. We supply success journals, and we have coaching around goal setting and visualization and all those sort of things that really hone you into what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it, when you want to achieve it by, all those kind of things. And the second is obviously C number one, because mindset is that important to you getting in optimal shape. Number three is hormone balance, and number four, correct nutrition. So hormone balance and correct nutrition kind of come into play together, because when you're doing a cleanse, you're sorting out your hormones, and then you work on a nice cleanse protocol then with the right nutrition to sort out your hormone imbalance. So they kind of go hand in hand, but hormones are the most important thing to get right from the start, balancing hormones. That is way too complex to talk about tonight, but just as long as you know that that's the order that we work on. So we work with your mindset, work on hormonal balance and correct nutrition, and then from 5 to 9, 5 to 10, it should be 10 at the bottom there, sorry, from 5 to 10, what we're talking about is exercise. Okay, so those 5 are all about exercise and the right ways to exercise. Now, what I'm going to cover with you tonight is metabolic resistance training, or very briefly talk to you about this, because this is the most successful in terms of losing weight and getting in shape. Okay, this is the most successful. So if you can only have time to do one type of training, this is the one you want to do. Most people will go to the gym and do number 9, which should be number 10 down the bottom here, steady state low intensity, and steady state moderate to high intensity. These two here are the two that most people go to. So they'll go to the gym and they'll go onto a treadmill, they'll do fast-paced walking or slow jogging for about 20-30 minutes, maybe go onto a bike for about 20-30 minutes and then do a stretch and go home. And unfortunately that's not going to get them the best results when you're talking about weight loss, because you're missing the vital ingredient here, which is intensity of training and afterburn. And we'll talk about that now. So this is kind of the what's more familiar, people doing aerobic classes or doing some cardiovascular machines. And for me, that's not really going to get people the results. What they need to be doing is this metabolic conditioning. So when they're doing the cardio machines and the aerobic classes and the Zumba classes, what happens is that it takes about 25-30 minutes for your body to kind of break through the glycogen stores. After that, after your session, it takes around about an hour before your body is just going at your basic metabolic rate. So the amount of calories you need to burn, the amount of calories you're burning in order to stay alive, for your body to stay alive, your body will be back down there in about an hour after moderate intensity. Okay. If you do some metabolic conditioning, which is interval training but with weights, so you might do sort of 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest, 6 exercises, and you might do that 3 to 4 times through. Okay, so it'd just be about 24 minutes or so of resistance training, and that will burn through your glycogen stores very quickly, which means that you're going to burn fat earlier on in the session. Not only that, because of the intensity of the training, for that short 24 minutes, you're going to get what we call a metabolic afterburn. So you can be burning calories for up to 48 hours after you've completed that one training session. So you might do a progressive warm-up and a stretch out, so you still might be attending the gym for an hour, okay, but only 25 to 30 minutes of that will be the intent, have the intensity that your body needs, and then you'll burn calories for 48 hours rather than just an hour after you've trained. Does that kind of make sense there? Great. Is anyone on the call now, have you heard of metabolic conditioning? Have you tried metabolic conditioning? it's not necessarily a new concept, but the way, I mean, we've made some and implemented some changes that we think work best. But interval training is nothing new. Interval training with weights probably is. If you interval train with weights and then do some HIIT training, aerobic training afterwards, combine those together, you get a phenomenal effect from it. And your training actually only has to be about 45 minutes. And if you did 3 sessions of 45 a week, that would be plenty to get you in awesome shape. Whereas a lot of people think they've got to go spend an hour and a half in the gym 4 or 5 times a week in order to get a result, but you really don't. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to get people away from doing those kind of boring machine weights and cardiovascular machines, and kind of get you playing again, get your body doing exercises and get you moving the way it wants to move. Okay, I think this is great. Why don't we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing, and I think this is so true. What we need to do is just enjoy our training and make it playful, make it fun. So this is our studio. Okay, we use heart rate control. So this TV here will have everybody's heart rate on it, and this is our group training studio. We kind of created an environment that when you walk in there, it's like no other. So you feel like you're training in the Alps, and it's really fun. And there's about up to 10 people in this group, and we use this functional flooring as a tool, as well as your TRXs, which you can see there, medicine balls, kettlebells, all that kind of stuff. And we have fun in there, and the training is progressive, and everybody supports each other, and it works really, really well. And it's a lot better than your standard gym. So these are the kind of results that we've got on our program. So this is Leah. This is Russell. So he's lost 18 pounds 11 inches. This was in 12 weeks. This program, this was in 12 weeks, as was Leah, the one before. This was also 12 weeks. This is Louise. She's lost 16 pounds 10 inches in 12 weeks. You can see her abs showing through there, and that's awesome. So after like a cleanse program, we then just work on where they might be storing fat, but really it's just nutrition, and it's just 12 weeks of our group training system. So basically what we're going to do now is I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we've got on offer, and then answer any questions quickly at the end if you have any questions at the end. So we actually do have an online program starting a week today. We have a studio program starting a week today as well. For those of you that live locally, you can come to our studio, and we've got a 21-day program at our studio, which is £97. And we've also got this online program, which has some online coaching, which is 127. So what that includes is basically a full 21-day nutritional program and success journal. It includes the cleanse protocol, so the 3 supplements, the Healthy Starter Pack, the chlorophyll, and the Bifidophilus. It includes an online coaching session next Monday, so that's a live coaching session that will run at 8 o'clock next week, where we'll be laying down the fundamentals. I mean, what I've taught through tonight is literally 4 seminars, so we'll be talking through it in some good detail, so we know exactly what we're doing through the course of the program. You'll have access to your VIP membership site, where we'll be posting more recipes, videos. You'll be able to talk with each other on the course. You'll be able to put information up there or ask me questions at any time, and I'll be answering those. So basically, that's a combined value of more than £360, because the video coaching, I tell you, is just priceless information. If you want to get involved with that at all, we only have 20 places on both the studio and the online program. The studio, we've only actually got 5 places left now. So if you live locally and you want to get involved in that, then you can drop us a email or give me a call. The details are on the screen there. or if you want to get involved in the online program, same thing. We're only going to do it for 20. I don't like working with people more than 20 in a group because I like to quality control it. So if you want to get involved in this program and you want to shift 8 to 12 pounds of fat for good, okay, then just either let me know tonight or drop me an email or give me a phone call, and we'll get you set up and get you in the best shape you've ever been. What I forgot to put on here is that this will actually include a home exercise program as well with video footage. So that's not on there, but it is included. Okay. So at this point, guys, I'm going to leave that on there just so you can kind of just look at that. And if you have any questions at this time, then I'm just going to do a quick Q&A before we just summarise it all up. So is there any questions at all, just fire away, you've got me. Nothing? Okay, you can ask me questions about anything to do with weight loss at all. Okay, at-home training, how many times a week? At-home training is the same as our studio, so I would say 3 times a week, 45 minutes. Okay, that's all you need to do. You may want to throw in more of a flexibility session. Excuse me. You may want to throw in more of a flexibility session in there as well, just once a week. But really, 3 metabolic conditioning sessions. You won't need any equipment. It's all body weight. So you just need enough room to kind of do your body weight exercises. And as I say, that's all done on video. So they'll be sent to you. And you just follow that program. Through. You'll be supplied with music. So the music is really motivational and takes you through a progressive program. So basically, for instance, what you get for the at-home program is you will have 3 separate sessions. So on a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday, for instance, you'll have 3 different training sessions in terms of the exercises, and each one on week 1 you'll do 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds rest. Then on week 2 you'll do the same session plan, but you'll go up to 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. And it just progresses like that over 4 weeks, but then you've got all the exercises to then repeat. So you'll be replacing some of the exercises because you would have got a lot stronger, and you'll be making the second month a little bit more intense, and then and you can just carry on and carry on and carry on. So although this is only a 21-day program, you actually have enough exercises there to just carry on for good, and then you might want to just take one of our other programs, or maybe one of our diet books, and just continue as you mean to go on, really. The recipes are very, very quick. We try and make it easy, so there's no recipes that take any more than 20 minutes. If you've got kettlebells and stuff like that, then fantastic. Yeah, we can incorporate those pieces of equipment into your program, and that will make things, get things moving as well. The body weight program is phenomenal. Okay, I do a lot of body weight stuff with people and get amazing results in very quick time. We don't always have to be lifting loads of weight to get in shape, but kettlebells are great, and we can give you a couple of metabolic exercises to use with dumbbells and things that will really speed things up for you, for sure. Great. Any other questions? Barney, I think you're the only one live. The other people I'm going to have to send a video to, so really you've got me all to yourself. Can you do it? Right. It's what I would do. This 21 day that we're doing at the moment is like a 21-day cleanse, and almost like a fat. It's getting your body prepared for fat loss. After you've done that, you would want to go on to a slightly different program, but the nutrition is very, very similar, but you just bring some key things back into your diet rather than cleansing all the time. So And then you want to up your exercises, obviously, and you want to just keep tweaking, and you'd want to look at your hormonal balance and all those kind of things, which are only touched on in the 21 days. You want to work on that specifically. So there's kind of a system of programs that you can either do with us online, or once you've done the first one online, you'll get to grips with it, and you'll probably just get the books, which, you know, the hormonal books are only about $9.99, so and that would just take you on. Okay, so you currently live in Delhi, so obviously coming to the studio is not going to be an option for you. You'll be doing the online programs, and you know, you'll get unbelievable results with the online stuff. We've got phenomenal results with people online. It's a great program that it's exactly the same as what I do with people in the studio. It really is. And the only difference is that we're not doing the group studio. You've got to do the training on your own. But that's it. If you're quite motivated, and you know, you'll have all the information you need, and we will be inspirational to you for the whole journey, because we've got everything online for you. So everything will be there. Okay. So if it's something that you guys want to do, as I say, just let me know. We need, the cut-off date for this one is Wednesday, because we have to get the supplements distributed out to you and get you the booklets and things like that all ready. So the cut-off date is Wednesday. Okay, great. So you've seen Leah's results. Yeah, Leah's done phenomenally well, and you know, there's no reason why you won't get exactly the same results. It's just a system that she's been following. So you know, if you follow the system, you'll be fine. Okay, so just let me know what you think, Barney, and you know, we'll get you all hooked up and get you sorted. As for the rest of you listening in now, then same thing. Just give me a call or drop me an email, and we can get you sorted. Okay, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. All right, take care. Bye bye.